Good morning, brave adventurers. Welcome back to the channel. I am Amalgamash, and today I actually just want to chill out and work on my World Cross Hotbar system for Smile Game Builder. This is hardly the sort of thing that I normally record, but I wondered if maybe recording it and kind of letting you see what I'm doing and the kind of challenges that I face while doing it would in some way help you with your project. Whoever you may be, whatever system you may use. I'm using a lot of commonly found variables and functions that are used in various game engines, but this is Smile Game Builder. So the idea, for those of you who haven't seen that video yet, I'm making the World Cross Hotbar from Final Fantasy XIV. I want to make it in its entirety. That means I want to make the entire system transposed into my Smile Game Builder game. And then I want to make sure that this hotbar is available for everyone else to use for their games. Square Enix has, or perhaps Naoki Yoshida, the creator of that hotbar, has went on record to say other people should be able to use it. It's, anybody who wants to use it can. It's not as if we're going to go after anybody. But it helps very much in facilitating a lot of control in an MMORPG when you want to use a controller. And so my sort of thing was, I want to use this system to get people away from having to navigate a bunch of menus in their Smile Game Builder game, and for developers to be able to be more ambitious with what it is they are creating. But the first thing is I got to fix what I have done. The first version of the World Cross Hotbar that I have made is, or was, a single hotbar. And now I have two hotbars. I have a left and a right shoulder button hotbar for my use. I have an event on this map that is synchronized and repeated that tells you what button is being pressed in the upper left hand corner. And then I have a separate event that tracks the left hotbar usage. It will light up whenever you hold down the left shoulder button on your controller. The keys will get bigger when you press them. As you can see, I have them in the wrong positions. They're still in their old position when this hotbar was the only one and it was in the center of the screen. And the right hotbar will light up and do the exact same thing, but it has no functionality currently, and the copy-paste nature of the event has caused it to make the display a bit broken. So we're going to go in and fix that. I have 4 events. This one, I think, just tells you what the button is that's being pressed. It displays it in the upper left-hand corner. That's all this event does. The actual event that tracks what buttons are being pressed and assigns them to variables is done in a common event, which is off of this map. Then this event is only a to-do list, which I'm working on right now. And then I have 2 more events right here. One is the left hotbar, the other one is the right hotbar. I can't fit both of them in one event. Excuse me, I'm tired. Coffee. Because of the sheer number of event sheets I have to use. So I put a descriptive note in the beginning of each event, not each sheet, just each event. So the first sheet's always going to have this note that tells you what this event does, what it's for. So when you utilize this and put it in your game, you'll have an easier way to navigate, because it can be hard getting somebody else's system and dealing with their mindset on things. And I don't want you to have to crawl inside my head. That's a scary place. So this is part of the World Cross Hotbar system. These are text descriptions and functions in action when the left hotbar is being used. All of the events are broken. But when you press up and you're holding in L1, this button is displayed. Where is this button displayed? I don't know, let's take a look, see real quick by play testing again. And see if it's just a matter of me subtracting like 100. Oh. Up is positioned right where it needs to be. Except I would like for it to overlay the other ones. It still shows up as being under. So let's take a look at up. Its X position is 205. I'm not going to mess with its Y position. I'm not going to mess with either of them. But its X position is 205. The one for down should also be 205. Wait, cancel that. What is it currently? It's 328. So that's a difference of 123. If this is indeed correct, this means I'll have to take all the x coordinates of those and move them 123 to the left, or minus 123 from that display position variable. So let's play test. Yeah, that's it. That's the one. Well, sort of. I do need to move that up a little bit, I think. Because you see, it extends from the center of the overall D-pad scheme. The up arrow just grows in place. That's what I want them to do. I want them to grow in place. I don't really want them to be like 100% zoom either. I think that's not necessary. So let's change that. Let's do 70, 80, 90, 80. Let's do 80. And let's put you on as display number 2. Now I do need to bring you up a little bit. I don't know how much I need to bring you up. I guess 32 might be a good start. Change you to 80 as well. Put you on layer 2. You're already there. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, this is going to be very laid back and vloggy. So, I mean, only if you're an SGB nerd. Oh, that's way too much. It's way up there. How is 32 such a big number here? 80 is better than 100. I think I might keep it. Looks like that's still appearing behind. That's too bad. We'll make that image display number 0. I have a feeling that is what we want. Actually, I wish these were layers instead of display numbers. Like, I wish I could say set these all to the same layer and then they would not replace other images, you know what I mean? That's what they do though. So yeah, that's what that is. I can't do it that way. I have to have those set to those numbers because they replace other ones. But that's okay, that's fine. Let's take a look at our common event real quick. That'll give us kind of what we need. So up The small up is 205 and 385. And it's display number 1. And they're at 50% zoom, so... And then when I'm holding the button in, they grow by about 10%. The translucency turns off, and the image is replaced by a brighter image. That stays 205, 385. So that's what I need to do. I just need to make the whole number the same as it's... Because you're 205, 385, right? Yep. Okay. You only need to be zoomed in like 70, I think. So let's do that instead of what we were doing. We don't need those numbers to be, those icons to be so big. We don't want them to take up that much of the action. We really, really don't. And I want all of these to be separate icons because I want the developer to be able to edit them easily, like replace them one at a time. They're just 32 by 32 icons. I want the dev to be able to just drag and drop icon images into the folder without having to worry about placement. In an image editing program. To me, that was just easier. Now, if you're savvy with SGB, you might not like that idea at all. Savvy with paint programs, you might want to just arrange them however you want into your grid, and then just display one image that's semi-translucent. Then take that image of the 2 hotbars and make it opaque 1/2 and display that half over the left side instead of having all these little events. It would probably be more efficient and it would be easier to read, but I'm doing it the hard way for the end user, in my opinion. Alright, so the next thing I need to do is just go ahead and write down the coordinates for these guys. This is 205,449. 173,417. 237,417. I'm beginning to realize this would have made a better stream. 322, 385. 322, 449, and by the way, yes, these are all based on the PlayStation buttons. I will be not using any official branding or associating this project in any way with Sony, so not really worried about that. 505,449. Man, I did not sleep well. I non-stop dreamt. And I just had an uneasy sleep. And I had to get up. And the whole time, I got up earlier than I normally do, and so I tried to go back to bed. I'm like, I'm just going to sleep in a little bit today. I went to go lay on the couch. The couch is very short, so it was very cramped and uncomfortable, but I was stubborn. I get that stubborn sleepiness where I'm like, no, I'm going to lay here and not get up no matter what. Not the best thing to do. Not the best idea. Alright, up is fixed. We're going to look at down. Down needs to be 205,449. Hooray. Left is 173. That would have been a disaster. 417. Did you keep my variables? Yes. Right is 237, 417. Values, not variables, dash. X is 322, 449. Round is 354, 417. Square is 290, 417. You might ask, in an RPG where it's really difficult to code any sort of like real-time action battle system, what is the purpose of having a crossbar, a hotbar even? You're right. That was all of the buttons that I needed. Why would I want to keep all of the non-face buttons? I don't know. But I do. I want to keep them. Maybe I'll add UI to represent the triggers. Maybe? No. If I want to copy over the entire hotbar system, then the hotbars actually need to cycle through. Well, I will answer you on that question, that hypothetical question that I posed on your behalf. A hotbar can be used so that a developer can quickly bug test things. You could assign functions to every one of these, which ultimately what I'm going to do is make this hotbar refer to variables, and I'll probably target some really, really easy to use and replace ones. For people's projects, I'll probably use like the last 20 or 30 or however many variables I need that are in the variable list, so that there's no risk of these overwriting your currently existing variables that you're likely using for other things in your game, like variables number 1 through 50. So all of these will be turning on variables much further down the list. I probably won't go down that low. I don't know how low I'll go yet. Maybe just 1,000. Something like that. Why did I say 1,000? There's not 10,000. Maybe, regrettably, I wish there was, maybe like the 200 zone. Maybe I'll have the 200th through 220th variables refer to these. And so, having said that, you will be able to check to see if variable number 221, or 220, or 210, or 204, whichever one you want, is equal to 1, which means the key has been pressed once, that there has been a key press, then you can make your character level up. Or you can give your character armor, or you can open a menu that allows your character to equip armor of whatever kind very quickly. You can have a store that pops up for your character's use while you are test playing, so you can quickly navigate the functions of your debug mode right there in the game during runtime. And you can change the switch that activates the hotbar completely so that nobody can get into it when they're playing the demo or the public release of the game or the beta or what have you. Or you can leave it in there and you can decide to have each function tie to a mining event or a paper, scissors, rock battle or an emote. You can really do whatever you want with a system like this, and that's why I'm making it. I'm going to go ahead and test what I've got going on now, and if it works, that'll actually be one of the objectives in my to-do list done. Those still appear to be really, really big, but they are in the correct... Oh yeah, I didn't change the zoom on those. Up and down look great. They look great. Left and right, not so much. Those are in the right spaces, but they're also kind of bleh. So here is what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to do. Here is what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to do. We're going to go back in here just once more. And I'm going to think really hard here. We've got images on the screen. I want these to appear over one another, not under. So if I push this button. I want it to promote to layer, let's see, 9. Do I want 9? Do I want to use 9? Or do I want to save 9 for something else? 7, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's what I've got going on. Hotbar ability activated for rotate up. I don't think I'm going to have a hotbar ability for the camera rotations. I think I'm going to leave the camera rotations so that there's absolutely no messing with the character's ability to control, or the player's ability to control the camera. So I think I'm going to remove those. But regardless, there's not going to need to be an image display number associated with it. So I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the rest of these are also going to be non-UI, which is fine. These here will probably take up 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, these are the R1. These are the right side. And I did write those down, so I might as well go ahead and replace those. So 505, 385. You should be 70%, 70%. You won't take image display number 1, however. I need to go look at my common event file and see what image display I gave you. I'm sure I gave you 9. Yep, 9, 10. I'm going to write those down, though, because they might not go in the same order that I think. 9, 10. Left should be 11, I think. Yes, 12 is right. 13 is triangle. 14 should be X. That's correct. 15 is square, and 16 is that one, which means I need to place all of the activated hotbar key press UI icons on 17. 17 is the activated unless I do put the shoulder buttons on here. I might as well just skip and go up to 20, just in case I need to use 17, 18, and 19. Not really a big deal, I guess, but I always want to make sure these are on top of the other UI. So you get 20. This means that the image that they replace, so to speak, actually stays there. These are just going to be on top. But that's okay. I don't think that's really going to give me any performance issues at all. I think it'll be negligible. Okay. 20, and then you're 449. No, you're 505 and 449. It's actually coming along swimmingly, by the way. I think the system will be done after another like 2 sessions. Because the only thing I'm going to do is assign variables to these, and then, or send values rather to variables when these are used. I'll make a version of it. I'll attach my own functions to those variables, and I'll put those in another map so people can just take that and use them if they are a bit lacking on what to do. But I could see myself putting, disabling the menu and then having like a save function attached to one of these, and having the equipment menu attached to another, a setup camp attached to another. That would be the ideal use for these. That's not right. 537, 417. Yes. Oops. X is 622. You're witnessing history in the making. Because if I can do this in Smile Game Builder, you can do this in any engine you want. You can do this in RPG Maker. I know this factually. Because you have access to all of these same key presses, variables, checks, UI on the screen. You can do all of this stuff. You could probably do this in RPG in a box. I'm pretty sure you can check for inputs. 654, 417, 590, 417. I'm almost done. I just got 2 more left. 20. Did I put you on 20? No. Get on 20. 20, 20. 20, 20, 20, 20. Very good. 70% zoom. Square is 590, 417. Gotcha. Triangle is 622, 385. This is only for the display of the UI to work correctly. And it is actually the hardest part of all. It's not that it's hard, it's just time consuming. It took a lot of thinking to get to the mindset where this made sense and could be done. This is it, guys. This is my system. Hopefully it works. I get myself to a spot here where you can see it all. You can control your character easily. You can push all of the other buttons, no problem. Hold hotbar left, hold hotbar right. That works beautifully. Up, down, left, oh, right. Left and right are still jank with their size. I'll fix that. And then they stay. They stay because I need to delete. I need to delete image 20. We're going to add a sheet at the very end. No, I don't want to add that here. Maybe I do. When key press... it's a variable box. Oh, I had the switch on there. When key press L1 is equal to 0, and it might be a bit of an ordeal. It did not delete the image for me. Oh, I need to make that synchronized. Haha! Rookie mistake. Oh, it fades away. It looks nice. I enjoy that. I will keep that. I think I just need that there. I don't think it needs to be anywhere else. Alright, I'm going to fix the size on the left and right hotbar real quick, and then I will test the other left and right images, rather. They just need to be set to 70. Look a lot nicer that way. Whoops. In my opinion, they look a lot nicer. Alright. Moment of truth. The right hotbar keys will probably stick. I'll need to disable movement, I think. Well, I don't know yet, because holding that down, maybe I'll disable movement while I have it held down. That might be best, because you don't need to be walking around at the same time. I would say disable the camera rotation and stuff too, while you've got this held down. I really don't want to. Oh, wow. That's a cool effect. That was completely unintentional. I think there's more than one image being shown there. It works though. And actually, I know why it's doing that. Okay. Because of the check that I have for L1. It does work, but I'm displaying the wrong UI. I'm displaying the left keys. I need to display the right. So they're pretty bright. I guess I don't want to use... Man, I guess I don't want to use layer 20, huh? Either that or I have to think of a way to get that leave the screen. It's going to have to be another common event, another synchronized event rather on the map. I don't like that. It is what it is though. So this is all the left side stuff, and I need to use my alternate color icons that I have in here because there needs to be a clear distinction between the left and the right. Understand what I mean? You need to be able to drop in icons that replace these icons. And by the way, if you want to use this for your game, the most recent version of this will always be on my itch.io page under Land of Extensia. You can copy these events out of that project file and use them however you wish. You can use them in your free projects. You can use them in your commercial projects. I do not care. You are free to do what you wish, and I am not... The license is just going to be explicitly in here. The only thing I would have any claim to are these images, and I'm going to release them as CCO anyway, so they're just stupid looking paint.net arrows and clip arts and stuff. Let's add a variable box for R1 if that's also equal to 0. Okay, let's do it. Play test. This should be the one, guys. This should be the one. Okay, works great. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ooh, those are huge. Oh, those are all huge. I need to fix those. Those are the good size. Those are awesome sizes. I love all of that. These are huge. But other than that, this thing is ready for me to attach to variable. I'd rather use variables than switches. Maybe not. Probably switches and not variables, because, well, we'll see. Yeah, because you're not going to necessarily hold down an ability on any hotbar. I don't think that there's an ability that you hold on a hotbar in any game. I think you just push it, and then like the cooldown is what dictates when you can use that again. Which I don't have any plans to put a cooldown system on these. That's not necessarily part of the hotbar. But I might put a cooldown on them because I'm kind of self-punishing. What was I doing? It was the left side. It was the left side. The right side UI of the left side hotbar. Yeah, you're at 100% zoom. So we'll change you. We'll do one more test because you want to test these things thoroughly. You don't want to screw them up because you did something you thought was correct, like I'm doing now. All right. And we'll save it and we'll play test it. I think we've got this one in the bag. I think the UI for this is done. The only thing I need to do after this is attach switches to it for it to be usable. But then also, you thought I was done? I'm not done with this. When you double tap, an SGB can register when you double tap a key. The World Cross Hotbar can activate additional shoulder cross hotbars when you double tap, effectively doubling the amount of work that I have to do. But I'll do that later. I'll actually make that a part of another map so that devs will have access to this one first and foremost, and we'll be done with it here. As far as the UI is concerned, man, I am proud of myself. That was fun. It was fun because it worked, and it was very rewarding because it worked. All right. Thanks. thank you very much for hanging out. Just a really casual episode of me finishing up the World Cross Hotbar. By the time you see this, that is what's going to be on the itch page today, right now, for you to go download. Land of Extensia, which is just a collection of maps. And I have I have 6 things here. A swimming example, a time and date system, which this is actually Soren Studios time and date system. But since it's not using any additional resources other than configurations of event panels, I just included it along here and made sure to include credit. Tank controls, which was something I did for Darkhand. Event remote control. A lot of people complaining that, SGB doesn't let you control events from other events when you can. You just have to use switches, which is how that works in other engines anyway. Camera position event. So if you want to be able to read the variables from your camera position, you can do that. And the Hotbar dungeon is where you will find this, and you can adjust your start point, which I'll just put myself there so I'm not stuck in that little spot. And these events here, actually, this is done. All this stuff is done. I can't believe it's done. We're going to just delete that. I don't need that anymore. And you can use either this to have the icons or the input functions described in the upper left corner of the screen. This is for the left hotbar only. This is for the right hotbar only. You can use any of these modular by themselves and have yourself a hotbar for your game system if you wish. Any other events on here are just like warps and things for the map, so don't worry about those. These are the 3 that you can take with you and put in any other map in your game. You can copy them, you can close the game file, you can open your game file, and you can paste them right into the map. You can copy the sheets one by one and put the common event file in your game if you want. I wish that was easier to do, but it's not, as far as I know. I could be wrong. Anyway, thanks again for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Comments down below. I'll answer those. I will provide support for this as well. Bye for now.